evening, parents and students. Hope you're doing well. In this mathematics video, we're looking at dot arrays. This will probably be the last time we look at dot arrays. And, well, single-digit dot arrays. And their equations. And the order of the equations is important depending on how you arrange your dot array. So that's really the part that students miss the most. So I want you guys, students and parents, to look at this really closely, and there's also a test inside the package for this. So do the practice first and then take the test. Good luck. This is a practice. You've seen this before. There's a test in this package. So this is from some practice for testing. And each one of these dots is going to represent one unit of something. So I'm going to say these dots here are going to represent one gumball. And there's more than one gumball, so the idea of using multiplication to find out the product of large numbers in arrays is what we're starting with. So these are single-digit arrays. These should be not very difficult for you to complete successfully. Now the one thing is that our equation up here, now remember, we're going to have three things for an equation. Now the order is important. So order is important this time. So we're going to have something like this, multiplication, something like that, and something like that. Here's going to be our factors, here's going to be our product. So if I order them this way, okay, that is different than ordering them this way. And that is what we're going to reflect in our equation up here. Now if I order them this way, let me count first the array here, 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 here. The 3 can go on the top and the bottom, but you need to put this number down for you to get credit on your test for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one's 12. So I'm going to break this up into 10 and 2. Remember that? I'm going to break this up into 10 and 2 because it's easier for me to calculate what my product's going to be. Now let's say I go this direction and I group them in 3s. Okay, so I'm grouping them in rows going this way. How many groups do I have? That's what we're multiplying 3 by. There's 3 in a group, and how much are we multiplying it by? Well, we know this is 12. This is 12 times. So whatever grouping you're doing it in, that's the order in which you're going to show it in your multiplication up here. And it's very simple that you can see that this is 12 times. How many is in each group? 3. And that's what we're going to write up here. We're going to put our 12, because that's how many times we're multiplying 3. And then if you don't want to do your 12 times 3 over here, we can do our 12 times 3 over here. We could use the distributive property. We're going to say 10 times 3, okay, for this section, and 2 times 3 in this section. Well, actually, that's 2 times 3. This is actually 10 times 3. Now, when you're stacking them this way, it makes no difference, but when you're ordering them this way, it does. So 3 times 10 is 30, and 2 times 3 is 6. So I can add those together, right? This is our distributive property, and I get 36. Okay. So that's a little bit of a way you can separate your arrays by tens, and then how many ones are left over, and use our distributive property to try and calculate the product here. So practice using these. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 here. You have to get 5 out of 6 on the test correct. Practice using this kind of strategies for coming up with your equation here. Don't forget your units. We always have some kind of units when we're doing, when we're using models to represent something. And then go on to your test. And your test has different arrays. And then you make one array of your own. Take some time to do this. This is going to go on your report card. Good luck.